I'm working on my lithium ion battery solar charging portable generator, and I wanted to make a little video to share to quickly talk about four things: what my original plan was, what I'm doing now and why I'm doing it, some of the questions that I would like help with, and a quick thank you to the list of people that have given me a hand already. So originally I started collecting lithium ion batteries, mainly from laptop batteries and cordless drills and etc. But during this collection of hundreds and hundreds of these batteries, I started getting a fairly good amount of these batteries here. So I've got 45 of these, approximately in the 35 range of them seem to be working. And I took one apart, and this is the exact battery that is inside of it. And inside here, it's in a 4S 3P configuration. So I'm going to use these 26 all in parallel, and when I'm done, hopefully everything will fit in this box here, and the 64-liter box. If it won't or can't, I'll go to the larger 102-liter box. So, quick little walkthrough. I've got this 100-watt mono crystal solar panel, which is going to feed into the solar charge controller, the cheaper style PMW solar charge controller. I purchased this one because it does seem to have a large range of what you can set on the variables, the charge variables and etc., which more coincide with the voltages I'm getting out of the lithium ion pack. So they're 14.4 volts nominal. I've just got one here plugged in. I'll quickly show you that it usually settles out about 15.25 volts. If you put it on the battery setting mode, it's 14.8, I guess. So from the solar panel into the charge controller into the positive and negative side of my bus bars, which are 27 terminal neutral bar kits out of a Square D electrical panel. And all 26 battery packs in parallel are going to run to each bus bar, positive, negative. And basically NC'd this little piece of wood to help organize the wires in a single kind of clip box. So they're at the exact right spacing, both left and vertical, to line up with my blade connectors. So all these blade connectors, 26 positive, 26 negative, all coming into the positive bus bar. On the positive side, all coming into the negative bus bar on the negative side. Negative is just going to go straight out from the 2-watt connector via the 2-watt cable into the negative side of the inverter. Positive side is going to go, from the 2-watt lug into a master disconnect switch, into 150 amp fuse, into the positive side of the inverter, and that is everything. I've got some nice shrink tubing to finish off all my cables. So one of the questions I have is, does anybody know what the exact amperage rating of these bus bars are? Trying to zoom in on all the info. There's part number. I've tried to read up on it, but it doesn't entirely make sense to me. So if anyone can clarify exactly what the maximum continuous amperage of one of these bus bars is, I'd really appreciate that. The other question I have is regarding these ends, these fittings for the cable. So here's what I could find. But my question is that basically they seem way too loose. Like when you try and put this on the stripped wire, there's so much play. So if anyone could tell me exactly what the crimper is for this and exactly how it's to be crimped, I would really appreciate that as well. So this is what I'm up to, and I've chosen to use the lithium-ion batteries for saving weight because I want to try and be able to just pick up that box and bring it with me, minus the electrical panel. I'm going to be doing charging for weeks and using it for about 2 days. So I have a 2 to 3 week charging time and a 1 to 2 day, basically a weekend use time. I think these packs are pretty neat because I don't have to take anything apart. I don't have to reassemble the lithium-ion batteries. It's pretty much ready to go. So this is what I'm choosing to do. I haven't seen anybody else do it this way. Maybe there's a reason for that. We'll find out. So there we go. I'd really appreciate any constructive comments and or criticisms on this. I'll definitely learn something. I'd like to give a thank you to all the electrical pals that helped me out. NW, MS, BE, and DE. And an extra big thanks to WC, my main Sparky. He's been a huge help with all this, answering all my endless questions, so really appreciate it. And a couple of mechanical guys gave me a hand, RK and JL, much appreciated. Thanks.